Just rock it out, bro.
Rock what out? What are you talking about?
Rock out them sexy vocals, my friend.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with this evening's BGST. It's been a rough and tumultuous week within the Xbox community. I got a few topics right now. I promise we're not going to bring up the Kraken that was lacking. We're waiting for some action.
Dude, that shit is taking off, man. Like, I can't go anywhere.
Hey, bot. Only thing that took off was some goddamn legs floating in the ocean. Whoa! Say no. What's going on? What's going on with you? But I haven't spoken to you all week besides tweets. What's going on with you, good brother? What are you playing? What are you streaming?
Man. Let's see. Playing. I've been on that cartoony kick lately, man. I've been playing like Sunset Overdrive, Sonic Forces, Sonic CD. I got all my gameplay together for last night's show, which was, I had the best gameplay, but for some rhyme or reason, our boy Predator is winning that poll right now. But yeah, I don't know, man. With seeing everybody talking about realistic graphics, I was like, damn, like I have a lot of games that are cartoony that I have a lot of fun with. So I spent like this whole week playing them, man, and just having a blast, dude.
All right. We're starting early with the damage control. My man bot. Megan,
from what I hear, I'm the damage control king, man. Out there on Twitter.
Yo, they was on you last week. The Kraken evolving. That was funny, but I ain't gonna lie, that was original.
It's for real though, man.
Man. Hey Megan, what's going on, good brother?
What's up with you, man?
Hey, were you able to find Kratos in the bargain bin for $30, or you still out there looking?
Man, I'm not looking for Kratos in the bargain bin. They'll eventually get there. So I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, so you're gonna double? You gonna pull another? You're gonna double down on it, huh?
Oh no, I'm doubling down. I don't care about little funny little videos that comes out and people trying to make all different types of spin about the reason why I'm not digging this God of War. It's my choice. Get over it. And I've been called quite a few things. You too? Yeah, I've been called quite a few things because of my decision of not wanting to get this God of War game. So again, let me just go ahead and piss them off more. This is a you problem. I give two shits about it. Let's go.
All right.
In all actuality, I think he called you Denzel from that video. Like you're Denzel, man.
No, I wasn't shaking like a leaf at all. I mean, they told me I was subpoenaed to come up there and I'm supposed to be subpoenaed for fraud, but
yeah,
if I'm over here deciding that I don't want to play this game, then I don't know. You know what I'm saying? How can I be fraud myself? That just doesn't.
How dare you, Mega?
How dare you not want to play something that we like? I don't want to play that shit. I really don't. I'm not interested.
All right, hey, my man Chris, the penetration still pause. What's going on with you, good brother?
I've just been penetrating all over the place.
Jesus.
Penetrating the minds and souls of all the world that could hear me on my show. But I've just been playing some Far Cry 5, been dropping some shit in Hellblade, getting stuck with all the voices and getting stuck with puzzles. And fuck, man, Far Cry 5, even though I've shitted on it and said that it's pretty much basically like all the others with some new mechanics, which still is, I'm having a lot of fun flying around in that game in the airplanes, man. I can get so close to the water and go under the bridge and then zoom right up. I'm getting pretty fucking good. However, I have a problem right now with Xbox Share because it's not letting me upload any of my fucking videos, none of my Far Cry 5. I've been playing Rise. It's not letting me upload any of my Rise videos besides one today. So shit's fucked up.
Are you a part of the Insider program, man?
I am.
That's probably, usually whenever we get new updates, the first thing to go for me is Upload Studio, man. So that's probably that right there.
Well, I'm not even using Upload Studio. I'm just sharing after I record the clip.
Oh, man.
But it's not letting me upload. It keeps saying, like, it'll go through the process saying that it's uploading, and then like sometimes it'll go all the way to the end, or even like a quarter of the way through. I'll say can't upload right now.
Oh, yeah, it crashed sometime.
Yeah, man. Like I can't. I got some cool videos flying my airplane in Far Cry 5, but I can't share any of it.
I mean, look, no, if you save it, whatever, you should be able to bring it up on a PC in your OneDrive file or whatever the case.
Yeah, but the whole point of them doing the Xbox Share is to make it easier because that's what people wanted, and I still want to share my fucking game clips because I'm not into the streaming as much as other people.
You don't play games, man. You don't play games. You don't have nothing to share. All right,
I'm trying to share
games, man.
I have like almost 200 hours or 300 hours in fucking The Witcher 3. I got a shit ton of hours in Injustice 2. I mean, I play games. I just kind of stick to the same ones.
All right. We got the formalities out of the way, and I'm gonna let you guys know that this is a drug-free podcast.
Hold on. Before it's drug-free, let me take care of the business.
Okay. All right. Get your things. I give you a 15-minute due grace.
Yes.
And listen, I will hate to question you guys' integrity because it will be used against you in a later show. All things are being recorded.
I'm feeling you might do that 1 or 2 times with me tonight, man.
Okay. All right. So right out of the way, we're gonna talk about my man Ryan McCaffrey from IGN.
All right, maybe 3 times.
All right. Send out a tweet. Actually, no, he didn't even at Phil, but Phil responded like a true gentleman. I was talking about it earlier, you know what I mean, today. But anyway, I said he responded, and he basically saying, you guys know what Ryan said. Xbox guys
we're dying. All caps.
I mean,
dying.
for
a masterpiece.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Whether you like, here's the thing: whether you like God of War Night or not. Like, give you an example. I don't like Mario, but Mario rates 97. What's that? Mario Odyssey got 97, 98. We haven't got anything like that this gen on our platform. Basically saying that Xbox guys are dying for a great exclusive. And Phil said most of these things take time. They had to get the hardware backwards compatible, a whole bunch of things out of the way. Now, I guess now you said that you can focus on a game. Like, what are you guys' thoughts about that? You still want to give Phil's time, or what's going on?
First off, man, I gotta say, with this whole Ryan thing and this whole masterpiece, where was this dude when Quantum Break came up and it was launched and everybody was hacking it to pieces because of resolution, or Sunset Overdrive, which is, to me, on the Xbox platform, that's Sunset Overdrive is one of the games this generation that if you have an Xbox One, you need to play that game.
It is definitely one of the best new games this gen.
Where was he when these games were getting attacked? And in my opinion, unfairly.
He was busy writing articles with IGN, the mothership. He can't defend them.
How is this dude supposed to be a pro Xbox guy and he completely omits titles like that came out this generation, man?
See, I'm all for being objective and shitting on Xbox when they need to be shitted on, like right now. But there is plenty of times at the beginning of this generation, Sunset Overdrive being one of them, where they needed the media to back them and say this game is fantastic, but they shitted on it that it was 900p, and then what resolution would it have been on the PS4 and all this other nonsense.
Okay, and again, I also enjoyed Sunset Overdrive, but I wouldn't say it's the game of it was a cool game. I mean, I don't know.
But you would say it was one of the best new IPs this gen.
I'll give you an example. I'm not a big fan of Dark Souls, but I understand how huge and how big Bloodborne was. You know what I mean? I can't say the same thing for, even if I'll give you an example, even if Sea of Thieves, which I don't care for, if that was, the Kraken wasn't lacking, or whatever the case may be, I don't think I will put Sunset in that category, to be fair.
You want to put in what category? Category with Sea of Thieves and
no. Like maybe a God of War or.
Well, no, I wouldn't put it in there with
God of War. It's an established franchise.
Well, I said Bloodborne. I don't think it's even as good as Bloodborne.
No, I think it's up there with Bloodborne. But Bloodborne, it was kind of, I wouldn't say piggybacking Dark Souls, but let's be honest.
Or Demon Souls or whatever. Yeah. But look, the thing of it is that Ryan McCaffrey, I didn't have too much of a problem with what he was saying because he was right. It took a while for PlayStation for the PlayStation 3 to get its legs together, especially in the end of the generation when it, he said it took 10 years. I've seen that there was PlayStation people that were saying, well, what about the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2? He's not talking about those two generations. He's talking about the PlayStation 3, and everybody could, anybody that's a realistic gamer knows that PlayStation 3 was having an issue of bringing out those type of content, those type of strong gripping games, even though they've had some good games. I liked Resistance, but there was people said they didn't like Resistance or whatever. Regardless, Killzone, stuff like that. But they but they came in with their biggest hits at the end of the year, and so they caught stride with that, especially with bringing out the remasters this generation. So what he was saying with Xbox, because they're in a position right now that looks like how the PlayStation 3 was, where it's kind of stagnant. And so therefore, but it's going to take 10 years for Xbox to get to that threshold. I definitely don't agree with that. But, it is taking a little bit more time for it to get certain type of games that certain gamers are looking forward to. Like I said,
I have the exact what he said. He said Xbox fans are dying to celebrate a masterpiece level exclusive like God of War. Thing is, though, it took Sony 10 years to get to this point where their first party is firing on all cylinders. This work started in the PS3 era. Xbox might get there, but it's going to take a long time. Then Phil responds, like a true gentleman. Our hardware took time. Our hardware took time. Right. Our service platform. I don't know what I mean by that, but our service platform. Maybe you're talking about putting Xbox Live on the Nintendo Switch. I don't know. Backwards compatible took time, and continue to grow. Our first party will take time. A high quality and diverse first party, yes, with single player built the right way is our goal and what our customers deserve. We can have a similar result to what we've seen in hardware and platform.
And Phil has been saying this for a long time. I mean, it's just like Phil has been stating that, look, beforehand, he said, we hear you. Phil has been quite really genuine and open, more open than a lot of other these CEOs that's been that from these gaming companies. I think, though, that's why I liked Jack Tretton so much, because he had a swagger about him, but he was fairly open about how he felt about the PlayStation brand and what was to come.
Wow. Oops, sorry about that.
With this, I was like, I know, I said something positive. They're gonna sending everybody to hell. But anyway, but no, it's just like with Phil, like I don't get why so many people go after him for him trying to redirect what the original Xbox One plan was. And regardless of what I've heard you say before about, well, Phil has been there since day one, but Phil hasn't had the keys to the car. He's only sat in it. He may have drove it a few times, but he has not had the ownership where it is his baby. Okay. So they're coming, and you know what I'm saying? And like I've said this before as well, good games take time to make. I mean, God of War took 7 years for it to get it right. Horizon Zero Dawn, 5 to 7 years. So
you didn't like the older God of Wars? I think they all were pretty epic.
What are you talking about?
You took God of War.
You're talking out your ass, Z. I've never said that. Never said that.
You just said just now it took God of War 7 years to get it right. You just said it just now. Okay, man.
No, I said it takes for God of War to get it right for those people that likes this version of the game. I love the original.
No, maybe it was what you meant. I'm just saying what you did say. I'm listening. I'm the one bugging. I know.
Yeah, well, anyway, this is the one reason, again, since you want to bring up the God of War situation, because I love what the old God of War had to offer. This new version of what God of War is not God of War to me. It's like on the same level of Bloodborne and Dark Souls. And I mean, I like Bloodborne, but I'm not really that big of a fan of those type of games. Okay. So, but this with everything what's going on, I'm just talking about how long it took in development to make this God of War be this God of War.
Is that you think some of the criticism that Phil may have received or is getting is unwarranted? I don't want to lead the witness here. Any leading questions or anything? Is that what you're saying?
Oh shit! We're in court. I got my court suit.
PlayStation fans have been very patient with the PlayStation, and I would feel that Xbox fans should be the same way, especially when you just have one bad year. When you've also had the games we were talking about. We had Quantum Break, which was a very, very good game. I love that game. That's one of my favorite games this generation. Quantum Break. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Sunset Overdrive was a cool game. Of course, you know how much I enjoy Rise. You know what I'm saying? For Recore, I enjoy Recore. Halo Wars 2. I like the games. Halo 5, #save lock, beast-ass game. Even though, regardless of what some people may think about the story, they've came Gears. There's been good quality games, especially all the Forzas. There's been good quality games that came out of Xbox's portfolio this gen. It's just that it's not those games that certain people are looking for.
Okay, so the reason why
I was going to say, anytime they'll come out with those games that people are looking for. You know what will happen? The narrative will switch again, and all of a sudden it'll be like, well, no, we don't want realistic games. We want cartoony freaking knit simulators or something like that.
But listen, the reason why I say that, or maybe why some of the the how you say the criticism Phil may be receiving may not be too unwarranted. Because I remember back in 2015, it was I can go back to the tweet. Well, basically, it was an article asking about Microsoft exclusives, and Phil answered. He said we should have new exclusive IPs at E3. I'm trying to make this E3 more about first party than past E3. Now, this was April 2015. Now, again, I would hate to question his integrity, but I hope these new IPs he's talking about Lucky Tales, Zoo Tycoon, and
Disney Rush.
Events. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? So, again, he said, so Alex Ray, shout out to him. Keep on building up your first party is the best long-term route. I'm sorry. He said, I agree. Means this year's E3 might feel a little bit different from past E3s, but I like focuses on our game. Remember also, too, this was the same year he came out with somebody, he don't think it's healthy to keep third party, multi-plats. He say time to slip to your platform. Always was unhealthy for the gamer. That's when the Destiny DLC was coming out, and Xbox guys think they played the next year, and they wasn't going after them with any more third-party marketing deals. So again, like I'm gonna ask you guys, what new IPs were you talking about? Because I can't recall any.
Well, he also within that, man, he also stated that when it comes to like E3 and the conference, they're only going to say things that are like a year in, that are going to come out within that year as well. So it's like, dude, how are you gonna say that we're focusing on first party and then come back and say, well, we're only going to talk about things that come out within a year? And like I could see that whole thing, but at the end of the day, I hope that the Xbox division and Phil Spencer, more importantly than anything, realize something. All right, throughout this entire generation, when it came down to it, people were like, "Oh, we want first party games. We don't want marketing rights to stuff. Oh, we don't need Call of Duty, man. No, Sony can have that shit. Put that money into this or something." Like, hold on. My bad. See. And the community started saying all that, right? So guess what? They dropped marketing deals for the most part, and now people are like, "Yo, where are the marketing deals?" Like every time the community said something and Xbox has answered, they've regretted it afterwards. You can't just listen to the entirety of the community. You need to have a direction for your platform, and then work in fill in the spaces with community feedback. But if you're going to just try to listen to the community throughout the whole thing, you're going to get bounced back and forth like a pong ball, man. Right.
Yeah. Because I mean, look, the thing of it was
so I can pick a bill right quick though. Before I don't want to lose this comment. Shout out to Gerudo Legends. He said the Pope of PS4. Thank you for the $2. Want to get me a large coffee tonight, light and sweet, 7 sugar, 7 creams. He said Xbox. What game? What game, Xbox? Like, what game are you talking about?
Like I'm saying, like, the narrative right now is realistic graphic games. Now, for some reason or another, graphics have been held on this huge
narrative. Who started this narrative, by the way? Who the hell started this narrative?
There's some pony out there in his mom's basement or something like that built up this narrative. And then what happened was people within the Xbox community started going with it as well. And that snowball just kept going because at the end of the day, you are going to have certain points in time where it seems like it'll only be like grittier games coming out this year, or it'll only be like that more cartoony aspect. But when you look at like State of Decay, all right, that might be a colorful game, but there's no way in hell that game is like kiddie or cartoony, right? You look at Crackdown. Crackdown is meant to look like a living comic book, all right? So you're not going to get hyper realistic looking graphics, but you're going to get some pretty shit coming out of that title, man. It's just what happens when it comes to game development. Sometimes, it doesn't crisscross when it comes to the realistic graphic game compared to the more artsy or cartoony game. Sometimes you get a block of each. Like,
and you also forget about some of the games that came out that were new in 2016. Quantum Break, Halo Wars, even though that was the first game that came out this generation, even though it was an older game because it came out last year. But you remember Fable Legends wasn't off the shelf yet, and they were doing the open beta for that because they showed that at E3 that the year before, well, that 2015. Then you had Gigantic. You had Gigantic. You had Ori and the Blind Forest that came out. So again, there were other games that came out that were new. So he wasn't basically lying.
Fable Legends, they showed that games.
You know what I'm saying? And then what happened?
They showed Fable Legends at Gamescom.
They show Fable Legends at E3 too.
Not 20. They
showed. Yeah, they did. They showed, because I remember seeing they were showing the whole thing, because that's why I was even saying that. Look, I don't like the fact that this Fable is. I hope this isn't like the new direction of Fable where they're going with this. If this was like a Fable spinoff, I'd be totally for this. But I think more people, especially like fans of the fan of me that likes Fable, would go back to their traditional. Don't change Fable from what a lot of people loved. I remember saying that. I mean,
Mega.
I said that a lot.
Yo, Mega, check this out. Yo, my bad, but in the chat, yo, it's amazing how people have really short memories this generation, man. Somebody was like, nobody said we don't want Call of Duty marketing and DLC first. Yo, Mega, do you remember when marketing switched over to Sony? How many people were like, that's all right, we don't need that shit?
Oh yeah.
Maybe it was like a little bit damage control, you know, man.
Because I said, look, I mean, this is one of my arguments. This is when I first got on BGST, and I said, look, if they're not going to get on, if they don't want to go and get the marketing deals, I'm cool with that, because we're already going to get those games, and nobody's really going to trip out about getting their DLC a month later. The thing of it is that if you put your money into those first party games, then I'm all for it. That was one of the things that I said. But now everybody else is going into the fray of saying that, well, it's, you know what I'm saying, well, the marketing deals are important. And even like for Crap and Tim and you and everyone else is drilled it. I'm kind of like, well, shit, after seeing how lackluster the marketing has been for the first IPs for Xbox, then I'm kind of like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? There has to be something in order to work.
Let me pay the bill real quick. Shout out to Griffin Gaming, $5. He said, Xbot, you are placing far too much importance on this so-called narrative. Who gives a shit? I want great games. Screw the console war.
Yo, and I feel you, man. Like, who really gives a shit? But I'm gonna say it how it is, man. I've been playing great games all the way through this. I've been playing great games on my Xbox, on my PS4. We traded into Switch. We don't have the Switch anymore because Metroid ain't out yet. Yo, when Metroid comes back, then we'll have a Switch again. But I've been playing all these games. All these haters out there that have their preferred piece of plastic, they are missing out on so much on the console that they're hating on. And it's funny to me, really. But I mean, I gotta talk that common sense. I gotta put, you know, exactly what's been going on this generation. I gotta put it out there, especially live on the show, man.
Okay, all right. So back, like I said, I do remember you saying that, let's say, they can use that for exclusive, and I thought the same thing too. They can, the money that they're going to save from.
Well, no, you disagreed with me. You were saying
that when they first announced, that was like the damage control. When they first announced it, they're going to pull back from doing the thing like the time shit with the marketing stuff, right? Games, right. I was on board with it. I said, hey, maybe they are going to put that back into exclusives, right? You know what I mean? And that's something that they did, because listen, when they first they had the division, right? They had the division and marketing rights for the division. No theme console, no nothing. You know what I mean? Totally missed opportunity. Like a few things, but again, I was under the impression like
what was a bad decision, because
they didn't know
that sold.
I'm saying, but too much party like theme. You know how Sony does it with the theme Star Wars, theme Call of Duty bundle.
Oh, you talking about? Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, Xbox was being real lenient on not making.
We didn't get any.
They were showing some dope ass consoles, custom consoles at Comic-Con, but I'm like, why you ain't giving the Xbox
fans a Cuphead thing? Like,
yeah.
So and again, I thought that we were going to be on the fence with getting new exclusives. So again, going back, and again, I would hate to question Phil's integrity. If just going back to what he's saying, that they're focusing on first party, did that money? I didn't. To me, it hasn't materialized. Well, here it is now in 2018, and we're still like, scratching our arms here.
2016, we had bangers. It's just that people saying that those games weren't good enough.
Well, 2016, we had Quantum Break out, which I did enjoy.
Had Gears 4, which you still play to this day.
Gears 4 and Quantum Break.
Halo Wars 2. I love Halo Wars 2. ReCore. I know that some people don't like ReCore. I enjoyed ReCore. Killer Instinct Season 3. That was a fire ass game. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? People still play it. Ori and the Blind Forest. It won awards. You know what I'm saying? Cobalt. I don't know anything about it. Never played that game. And then there was just, and then of course you had Forza Horizon. So
Cobalt was that game that was done by the Mojang guys. It was
was it? Okay,
project.
I never played it.
That's like me putting Screen Ride on my list or something.
Yeah, but games that missed the mark that also, I guess, got put into this was because they brought up Crackdown 3, which has been delayed like crazy, and then of course Gigantic didn't gravitate like they were hoping that it would. Fable Legends, it didn't gravitate. So and then of course, Scalebound just saying it got shown, but that got canceled. So if okay, let's just say last year, let me just make this point and then you go on. But just say this like last year, right? If Crackdown and State of Decay and Sea of Thieves all came out, they're supposed to be coming out this year, right?
Okay.
All right. And only game that came out last year was Scalebound on top of Forza and Cuphead. How would you perceived Xbox last year?
I'm sorry, say it one more time. Maybe I was taking some more. You said if what came out?
Okay. State of Decay got delayed, right? Until it's coming out here next month. Sea of Thieves came out. It was supposed to come out last year, right? But it got delayed, but it's already out. And Crackdown was supposed to come out at that time too last year, but it got delayed. And then Scalebound got canceled. But if Scalebound came with the other games that did come out with, which Forza 7, Cuphead, PUBG, where would you place last year's Xbox lineup though?
I think Scalebound got canceled in Canada in 2016.
No, it got delayed in 2016, and then they canceled it in 2017.
Okay, all right. Now how would I rate last year's?
Yeah, if they had Scalebound in there.
What would you have thought? But I don't. I don't even know how you would say that though, because you for the most part, even the games that are coming out this year, we haven't gotten our hands on as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Mega, I'm thinking about the presentation.
I'm looking at it because everybody says that 2017 was so bad, which it was the worst Xbox exclusive year ever. But I'm saying Scalebound. If Scalebound did not get canceled,
okay. Here's the thing. I think I can't deal with ifs because again, that's one of the lows.
But you're doing a lot of ifs and speculation.
I'm gonna answer your question. Okay.
Okay.
And again, if we're gonna go back and we're gonna look over the last, I would like to say 2 years. It's been 18 months, but I'm gonna say
2016 was a great year for Xbox.
And I'm gonna say it's 2018 now, right? So I'm just gonna round it off and say 2 years, right? We can all agree on that.
No, because I mean, what you're really mainly talking about is 2017, last year.
Okay, but the first game again out of the gate. Let's be real. The first game out of the gate has not really. I mean, I know you guys love it, cool, but it hasn't really set the gaming world on fire, right?
It has set the gaming
not in a good fire.
It sold really well. I don't know what to certain people out. No, it sold well. The game is out there. There's people that's still playing the game. Look, every time that I jump on it, I streamed it last night. We had plenty of people out there donating and watching.
Okay, I don't want to deal with sales in this argument. What I mean by
we shouldn't. Oh, yeah, of course you don't want to talk about that. Okay, go ahead.
Because I'm saying if we want to deal with sales, we're gonna look across the street. I'm just saying we're gonna talk about sales. We can look across the street, and they're doing like 8 million. So I'm gonna try to keep it fair.
Who's doing 8 million? What last PlayStation game that got 8 million?
Horizon?
Okay, that was last year. What this year? What hit 8 million this year?
They ain't came out with yet this year. They actually have, but they're bigger. They're bigger titles.
This year?
No, they released a couple little titles, but they're big titles.
Did they hit 8 million?
Huh? How many games sell 8 million? Megan, what are you talking about?
What you brought up? 8 million.
I said, if that's the case, Gears didn't even do fucking 8 million. Okay, we're gonna be realistic here. But again,
Halo definitely did. So we know that.
How long was that? Guys, 2015.
Come on. Anyway, say what you were gonna say. All right, go ahead.
All right. Okay, nigga, do tell. So if you're gonna compare, and again, I'm gonna say the reason why I say it to you, the last AAA game we got, AAA. I mean, bona fide AAA. Outside of a Forza that we get every year, it's been Gears of War, right? And what we had in 2017, that shit that we got then, right? And then we came back to see it either. We're gonna go there and just to answer to the low of what we had, and you come up with that with 3 fetch missions, the Kraken that was lacking, looking for some action. Ain't the answers, right? And hear me out, right? And again, we can take it in there. We've had conversations behind the scenes. It is what it is, right? All right, and we come out, you know, and again, YouTube is entertainment. But for even so many people to say this, right, and again, it's admitting that there's a problem. Wait to E3 to see what they do. You know what I mean?
Everybody has to wait till E3, though, Z. Everybody has to wait for E3.
Let me finish. So to even say this, right? Because I've never said this before. Either wait to E3, I'm all in, I'm all out. So that's letting you know that there's a problem, right? Then even so much as that. And what's my biggest gripe is that they've taken everything from this platform that was, you know, what made the Xbox, no more true exclusives. Fine, it is what it is, right? Now we're talking about Xbox Live on the Nintendo Switch. When is this going to end? They done strip this motherfucker down to the brake pads, man. When is it going to end?
Man. I don't know what you're talking about, though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what.
Honestly, when it comes
about that.
Yo, Mega, when it comes to console gaming, yo, Z has a point here. All right, there is a hurdle that Xbox and Microsoft need to jump over. Now, when a game comes out on PlayStation from a first-party developer, it is only on PlayStation. Now, when a first-party title comes out on the Xbox, it's also available on PC. Now, to a general gamer, a gamer that goes back and forth from console, PC, does whatever, that sounds like nothing but a good thing. But to console-only gamers, that sounds like, well, you know, it's not really exclusive to my system. So that is a hurdle that Xbox and Microsoft, they need to jump over in order to keep moving forward. Like I can hear.
Like, what do you mean by jumping the hurdle? I mean, that's
because then when it comes down to it, and you have these people,
so you don't want games. So you don't want games to be on PC.
Personally, I don't care. I'm not a PC gamer.
Okay,
I'm not like it's as long as it's on a console that I have by my TV. I'm good, man. I like the easy use of console and stuff like that. But the thing is, man, you know, the minority screams the loudest, right? Yep. So when these fanboys, they gave them the seed to keep running with this narrative that Xbox doesn't have any true exclusives anymore because first party also releases on PC. That is a hurdle. Even though it's a narrative created by the minority are the ones that are yelling the loudest. So it's still a hurdle for them to kind of jump over, man.
Emerald 14 said we don't have to wait for God of War, which is true. They got Yakuza 6, which I have mine pre-ordered, releasing before God of War. And my man
Yakuza 6 has been coming out every year for the last 3-4 years.
No, they had Yakuza.
Yeah, they have. There was the Yakuza last year. There was a Yakuza 0 before that.
Yakuza 0, but
isn't that a Yakuza game?
I'm just saying. But anyway,
yes or no? Okay. So don't say nothing about Forza.
Shut the fuck up, please. Stop sounding sweet. Wait to E3. Real talk is ponies out.
Tough shit. You got to wait till the 3 too. So,
but I'm just saying. So again, but even like I said, you know, when I'm asking like, what is the end game here? Now we're even talking about Xbox Live on the Nintendo Switch.
See, I don't know anything about that.
Well, no,
it's for Minecraft. It's for a game that you know. But we got to call a spade here, man. Like it's an Xbox, it's a Microsoft game that's multi-plat, right? It's a first party with Mojang that they acquired. They acquired this when the game was already multi-plat. So yeah, it also went on the Switch after their acquisition. Okay. So you know, at the end of the day, if you can get some Xbox achievements playing that on a different platform, that doesn't mean that Microsoft is going to just like take the Xbox and throw it out the window.
So this is what I mean by this, okay? This is just the start. And obviously, of course, you can play your on the Switch and you have, it is what it is, Xbox Live. You sign into your account on your Switch, right? Again, this is Microsoft. They want their services on as many platforms as possible. You no longer need a Windows PC to have Word or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And again, so this is the new thing. So what I'm saying, like I said, as being a guy that's been here for 17 years, and when I'm scratching my head saying this shit looking a little spooky, what the hell going on? I'm still baffling my head. How did we get here? Because at the start of the generation, right? You know, you had, well, and again, that's their fault with their wording and messaging, shot themselves in both feet. But I'm saying you have one company, again, that barely had a fax machine, a landline phone, was skipping lunch, was hurting financially. Oh, they rank. I'm sorry, their credit was at junk stat, all types of shit. And how could they come around again, just slap this shit up and just keep going? Because even look at 2016, right? And again, I'm going back to what Phil said. You know, they had to do the hardware, had to do this. Here's Sony gave a Slim, a Pro, VR, still doing third-party deals and dropping hell of a lot. They're doing second-party deals and doing, you know, their own thing. So what the hell is going on here? Like, when do we stop this? Like, again, making so many excuses for Microsoft. You've been here for 3 goddamn generations. Like, you know what I mean? How do we find ourselves right here?
Look, it doesn't matter how people perceive it, like what you think about it, that's your perspective, and what other people maybe in the chat may think about it, that's their perspective. But you also have people that have a different outlook on things. And look, it can be looked at as a we can agree to disagree. But
so you think everything is fine. You don't think it's a problem.
I didn't say that everything was fine. There has been some missteps, but the fact is that the missteps are not, you know what I'm saying, are moat hills. They're not mountains. I think, you know, I think this whole sky is falling narrative is out of control. It's not, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're talking about, look, if Sony is just like you were saying that they only had a landline and a damn broken phone and they still made it work for them, then I mean, we're talking about a company that has a hell of a lot more resources and is buying out other things around to, you know, to show that they're still a part of the game.
Halo 14, Yakuza 0 is the 85 on metric. You can't play that on Xbox. The same as they know.
I don't let reviews dictate,
man. That's okay. I mean, look, that's the thing about this whole thing that really cracks me up. It don't piss me off. It makes me laugh when you see people that wants to use every little angle to try to make it seem that their piece of plastic or their game is better. What I like about what I enjoy is what I enjoy. It's not going to change my perspective of Metacritic scores or whatever. If there's people that don't like Sea of Thieves and they don't like it, if they don't like Record, they just don't like it. If people don't like Hellblade or any other, let's say the people that say some crazy shit to me about, well, Nier Automata is trash. I say, no, I love that game. I think it's great. Until Dawn. There's people that say they don't like walking simulators or, you know, little movies and shit like that.
It's a storybook interactive.
Yeah, I like those games. That's why I'm really stoked for Detroit. Again, but you still get called names because you don't agree with what because people you have a different outlook than what other people do. And I think that's the stupidest shit from grown people to act that childish over. I mean, get over yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy what you enjoy. Fuck a Metacritic score. That should never change. That will never change my mind about what a game is to me. It could be a 0, and if I enjoy that game, then that's all I care about.
Yo, there's some things on the Xbox side that we got to admit here. First off, the online service is far superior than the PS4, man. And Z, you got to admit that, dog. You got to admit that.
Hey, listen,
the online multiplayer services on Xbox.
I'm gonna say this right. You niggas ain't admit nothing. I'm not admitting nothing. It's the land of the rising sun over here, but do tell, fuck nigga.
and then for me, the first party games, the Halo, the Gears, the Forza, we all know Fable is coming.
$1 billion franchises.
Those are the games that hooked me into the Xbox platform. All right. So until those games go away or whatnot, I'm happy being a multi-console owner. Yeah. I'm happy giving the news and my opinion on both platforms equally, man. I don't.
How about this? And how about this? Right, how about look about the different narrative? And Chris, you've been very quiet. I don't know if you're back still smoking.
He's like, I can't talk right now.
No, you guys are just going and going and going. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna sit back and listen. Every time I think I'm gonna chime in, it seems like it might get a little bit heated. So I'm like, well, it's gonna get heated. I might as well just let it go.
What do you think?
No, there's nothing heated.
Have I grabbed my construction hat and I'm out there like Chicken Little saying the sky is falling? Talk to me, Chris. What's going on?
Shit, nothing.
How do you feel?
Look, everybody knows how I feel. I've said it before. Like 2017, as far as exclusives went, sucked. Yeah, we've said this. We've been saying it now. I've said it. Like if E3 is a dud, for me, I can't hype them up. And I mean, I don't really want to say damage controlling, but I mean, my days of, you know, saying Xbox is the best box would be over because it's like E3 is important. Yeah, we got our X's, but what the fuck are we playing on it? Cool. Red Dead Redemption's 4K. Great. I played it for 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm going back to Far Cry. Like, what are we going to, am I just going to play multiplats? If that's fine, just tell me that Xbox is just going to be a multiplat machine. Don't give me this fucking shit that like, okay, these games take time. Okay, they do take time, but like, give us something to be hyped about. PlayStation fans are have been hyped on Death Stranding for the last 2 years, and they got 7 more years to go before they get to play it, but they're hyped as fuck on it. I want to be hyped on something that's Xbox.
Dude,
that's all I want it to be hyped. Give me a Mechasol, I'll be hyped. Give me a new Fable, I'll be hyped. Give me Battletoads, I'll be hyped. A whole new Killer Instinct, I'll be hyped. But I don't. They're so quiet about what's going on. Like, I get it. They fucked up with Crackdown, but they fucked up in the sense that they wanted to try to use new technology to make this game something great that we've never seen before. And that's cool, trying to do something different. But how about you get your fucking tech right before you try implementing it into a game?
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Now, well, see, here's the thing, though. Like, in even this year, now, Sea of Thieves, people say lack of content. All right, I get that. I have fun playing the game, but I can see that for people who put down $60. I can see some people not being happy. Now, the fanboys out there that hate the Xbox as a piece of plastic, no matter what comes out this year, State of Decay 2 will come out. They'll say it's trash no matter what.
I'm looking forward to that. Okay.
All right. Crackdown, when it comes out, they're going to say it's trash no matter what. Forza Horizon, they'll be like, oh, man, another Forza, even though Forza is the epitome of racing games. This gen, definitely, going from last gen into this gen, they are number one. Turn 10 is number one at doing racing games. Man.
Can I ask the panel a question? Can I ask the panel a question?
What's up?
We're all older men, right? We're all in our 30s. Some of us close to our 50s, like our friend Zaire.
For sure.
But what new innovating things in gaming has happened this generation?
Just games. I said this last week, that this generation is lackluster overall on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? Everything. The only thing that when it comes to consoles, it has been very lackluster. That's why, like, something as like The Witcher, which is the bright spot for what all games should be like, is something that I always go back to as saying this is one of the best games out there. Original games like Quantum Break, which got a lot of flack. I thought that was shitty because that game was totally different than the norm. It went back to the 90s type of style of Sewer Shark and Night Trap, and with the interactive movies and stuff. So I liked everything about Quantum Break because it had that old school feel with that whole new vibe. And then you've had, like, on the PlayStation side, which with Horizon Zero Dawn, which that game, a lot of people, they come out and say that it's kind of stale, it's kind of repetitive. But regardless, it still was a marvel for this generation. And then, of course, a lot of indie games got a lot of love. But when it comes to those that over the top, crazy, like, new experience that people have been waiting for, we haven't got it yet. Not this generation. That's why I think this generation was a stepping stone more than it should have been, like a feel of, like, next generation.
It just seems like this generation is more of just a continuation of last gen, just because with all the remasters and remakes and re-releases, I'm so, like, I mean, I'm a Batman fanboy, and I got the Batman fucking trilogy or whatever that remaster was. I played it all for like 10 minutes again. It's like, I want new experiences. I'm so tired of these remasters. I'm so sick of this.
Let me take it real quick. Shout out to Wii U Mad. That's the saying, you were mad. I haven't seen him in forever. If this is what's up to you, good brother. I would have bought an Xbox One X, but all their games are on PC, including the Xbox Game Pass and Xbox Live. So I just stick to Windows PC.
So is Halo on PC?
No.
But most likely Halo 6 will be.
I don't think Halo 6 will be.
There now, but here's the thing, dude. If that's the way he wants to go, guess what? Whatever you're doing, when you're spending that $10 per Game Pass or whatever, that's helping fund my experience over here on the console anyway. So I don't care if you're on PC, man. If that's what you enjoy, do it.
Yeah. If you buy an Xbox game on and put it on a PC, it's still going to Xbox. I mean, it's that. I think there was Mikey Barra. It was Mikey Barra or it was Aaron Greenberg that let somebody know, because they brought that stupid ass narrative to him. Oh, I could just get my games on PC. You have no exclusives. And the guy says, you do know Microsoft owns PC. I mean, owns Windows, right? And so, there was no comeback with that, because it's something that we've been saying. Now I can say it and I can get called a ex-slave or whatever these little stupid little terms that they bring up now, but that is the parent company is Microsoft, and they own Windows. So of course that's getting that what they're trying to do, and everybody is going to do this. Every other company is going to start doing this, except maybe for Nintendo, because they don't want to go this route because that's more money coming out of their pockets. They want to stay the old way, but even Sony is going to go more to this service base. It is going to definitely happen.
They already got the foundation with PS Now, which can be run on different TVs and stuff like that, but I don't see anybody talking about that shit right now, and that's because they took the marketing for that and they put that on the back burner. You know why? Because they see what's going on today's day when it comes to the gamers, and they're not going to push the marketing for that. But you don't think that they don't have any plans for PS Now moving into the future? Crazy.
Let me say a few things here. PS Now, first of all, it's trash. That's why they don't advertise.
That doesn't mean that they don't have plans for that moving forward, man.
Hold on a second. It has fucking really shit latency. It's fucking trash. Now, when it comes to a point where you're playing these games and you can't perceive the input lag on it, and it's just like you're playing on like a console in front of you, then we'll talk about it. And I think Microsoft's going to be the first to really bring that to fruition. No. Second of all, these guys saying, "Oh, I can get all these games on the PC." People keep forgetting it costs way more than $500 to build a fucking PC. So yeah, you can get all those games on PC, but you're fucking paying more than twice the price of the Xbox One X. Okay?
So that's why the Xbox One X is
or even if you want to say the regular Xbox One. And there's certain games that just don't come on PC, like Madden, NHL, UFC. There's just certain games that just don't come to the PC. First of all, now I gotta say something. I was listening to you a little bit, before I came on here.
Okay,
and I gotta say, some of you guys make me be embarrassed to be an Xbox fan.
Oh come on, they don't come in with that shit. Hit the like button.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. You say, "Oh, nothing new this generation." I'll admit that this generation has been a little bit stagnant in like gameplay wise. Like we've kind of been getting the same games with a new coat of paint. However, Sony has taken the single player game experience to a new level. They're doing great storytelling, and aside from that,
what was the difference between Sony's storytelling and Quantum Break storytelling?
Quantum. I love Quantum Break. I had never dogged Quantum Break. I cleared Quantum Break. I bought that day one. I fucking love Quantum Break. Not everyone loved it because it was 720p and all the bullshit that came with that, and that kind of sunk that game. I still thought it was a fantastic game, but that's neither here nor there. Sony's games, their single player experience games, are far better than ours. In the amount that they have and the graphic fidelity. Like, are you fucking kidding me? God of War. Like, I hear Z all week saying, "Oh, I guess it's more directed to UK Mega. Oh, how could you big up Rise and then say fucking God of War is dog shit?" I love Rise, but you know what? If we're gonna be honest, God of War, it puts Rise to shame in graphics, and you know what? It's not that far off. Kind of gameplay wise, you know, well, it is a little bit different.
Yeah, I was gonna say, come on now.
There's a lot more variety. There's a lot more variety in characters. They're much bigger worlds, much more exploration. But you're saying, and I love Rise. You're saying, "Oh, I love Rise, but I hate God of War." And like, I gotta be honest. I'm a gamer first. I fucking game on everything. And as much as I love the Xbox and it is my preferred platform, I can't sell out. I'm a fucking gamer first, man. And how the fuck can you look at God of War and say, "Oh, this fucking guy, this is fucking dog shit"? But I love.
I never said the game was. I never said the game was dog shit. So you've been over talking. You talking?
No, because somebody pay the bills first.
Man, what are you talking about?
Listen, I didn't say the game looked like dog shit.
Hold on a second. You said Metacritic doesn't give a Metacritic is shit. It's fucking bullshit. If any one of our Xbox games come out and they do fucking 94 on Metacritic, all of us Xbox fans are gonna be on Twitter at the top of the hill saying, "Our game just did 94. It did 94."
You sound like a big ass crybaby because I've made my choice about what I am keeping it real. That's the problem.
No, you're not keeping it real. Because if you're gonna be complacent, you're gonna continue to keep getting the fucking shitty stuff that we're getting on the Xbox One side. Now I think that they're gonna produce at E3. I really do. I haven't lost. I'm not like Zaire. I haven't lost all
because of my choice of not wanting to get.
I haven't. Hold on, let me talk, nigga. I haven't lost all of my.
Look at this dumb.
I haven't lost all of my faith in the Xbox brand. I have not. But you know what? Let's call a spade a spade. Right now, we are getting our asses kicked by Sony, and Microsoft needs to step up. And Xbox guys saying, "Oh, there's nothing wrong." There's something wrong with you.
All right, hold up. Recruiter Legends. Shout out to my man, Recruiter Legends. And for that, I will make you a mod on the channel. Also, he said, is these niggas talking about old games? Not the game that they love, but old games. On the Xbox One, face bomb. Yeah. Not the game that they love, but practice. But finish.
I'm Caucasian, sir.
Yeah, okay. Now listen now, hey, Megan, and to D said, D said a whole bunch of ether just now.
He didn't say ether. He was saying a lot of bullshit because he's been listening to shit that I don't know what the hell. I never said that the game was ugly. I never said that the game wasn't.
You said the game is shit. You said that throwing flaming boulders is not God of War to you. What?
It's not God of War to me.
You know what? You in the minority because it's charting at 95 Metacritic.
Okay,
and you know what? It's subjective.
Now you need to shut up and let me talk.
But 95 Metacritic is a little bit more than subjective.
Coming on here talking just to get that. Look, man, you said you gave your speech. Now let me. Why do I gotta fucking keep on trying to explain myself? No, this is that dumb shit.
You got the floor. Let me pay the bills. You got the floor. Let me pay the bills. LOL, K Megan been wiping. Oh my God, Phil Spencer. Oh Jesus. Laugh my ass. I was all about the guns and the butter, baby. Now, K Megan, nigga, do tell. I'm sorry.
Okay, listen. Like I said about God of War. I still stand by it. I don't know. This hasn't got nothing to do about the console. This got nothing to do about some console war bullshit. You sound real ignorant over here into your feelings about a game that I'm not interested in, but you're interested in. I have not came and tried to attack anybody for going out there for like a God of War. I said go out there and buy it. Go and support it. When somebody's told me about Metacritic scores, good for you. I have made this is me and my decision. I'm a grown ass man. Get over your fucking selves. That I do not want this game. It has nothing to do with that. It's on the PlayStation. I got a fucking PlayStation right in front of me.
Check this out, guys.
Hold on 1 second. Shout out to Griffin Gaming.
Your fucking feelings. Take your panties off and put some.
Hold on 1 second.
Let your balls hang.
I also shout out to Griffin Gaming. Also, who's real thumbnail. He said he's no longer L batch. D got the fucking W today. I'm sorry, but anyway.
Yo, check this out.
This is the thing, though. This is the thing. It's what I'm saying. It's all about the preference of what you enjoy. What I spend my money on is my business. If for anybody just talk, like I said, I've been saying this like for the last week. If people don't like a certain game, like for Tekken is one of my favorite franchises, right? Everybody knows that. Everybody that's listening to me know that I talk about Tekken. When people come to me, Tekken's dog shit. Tekken's trash. Do you see me getting upset and get mad because somebody say something about Tekken? No. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Because I get heat about me just saying anything about Tekken just because some people be playing, some people are serious. I don't go after people's shit.
I heard when you buy a copy of Tekken, you get a bottle of body oil.
Yeah. See, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So the thing of it is this.
Okay.
I've made my stance on this game. Okay. I'm not interested.
Okay.
And that's fair. I'm not interested.
Okay.
In it.
I'll say. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. I'll say this though.
Damn.
You love Rise. Yeah, and Rise. Hold on a second. Let me see my point. Hold on. Let me see my point. You love Rise, and let's be honest here. God of War is superior graphically to what Rise offers. You said God of War has no jump. I don't remember Rise having a jump. Did Rise have a jump?
I never brought it. What? See,
I don't think I remember you dogging. Oh, you can't jump. You can't jump and kick God of War.
Well, that's because hold on. And D,
hold on. Let me make my point here. If you like the sword play that was in Rise, how the hell could you not like the swordplay that's in God of War that is 10 times better?
I've never even said anything about the swordplay about Rise. I never compared the two. Only thing I said about God of War was that it just Rise-ish. Never said. Let's see. This is funny because I've said this many times. You can go check. You can go check the receipts, Jack. I said it's got nothing to do with the jump button because you can't jump in Rise. I said that. I said the camera view is still Rise-ish. I don't have a problem with that. The game looks great. It's just not traditional God of War for what I enjoy from the previous God of Wars. And if you're saying that it is, then you have not played God of War, and that makes you a fraud for coming on here.
Really? You know what? I was looking at I was looking at the review on IGN, and I saw these big boss battles, and I saw Kratos jumping on that nigga's head, busting it open, grabbing him down, smashing his head. That looked like God of War to me.
Hold on 1 second.
You saw what they want you to see.
Really?
Actually, look, hold on.
I actually read the reviews. Okay, unlike you, I read the reviews. And all the reviewers said that we were thinking it was not going to be kind of God of War, and it is God of War.
I got shout out to Top Dog 2K17.
That's good for you.
God of War, Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn, Detroit, Wipeout, VR best game of this generation. Sell your goddamn Xbox.
Even the great crap gamer, which we can all say is the #1 Xbox fanboy, is looking forward to God of War. Okay.
Oh wait.
He can even concede that, you know what, Microsoft needs to step up their game and come.
Wait, hold on. Hey, hold on. Shout out to Gotti Game. We said K Mega is the Cuba Gooden in radio, the community. Come on, man. Oh man, that's a good one. Radio. That was a good one. I'm sorry. Now listen, what's going on, Megan?
Yo, check this out. When you talk about preference, man, Hellblade came out on Xbox One. It's got Xbox One X enhancements. I had a chance to get that, but guess what? I picked up the game Extinction because that's the game I wanted to play more than anything else. When it comes to Witcher 3, I didn't even buy that game this generation. Yo, shout out to G4G Media. Actually sent me that as a birthday gift in January of this year. All right, I just didn't feel like I had the time to live out this whole thing in Witcher 3, so I never picked it up. It's about preference. When it comes to K Mega lived through the previous God of Wars, and he said that this new one was too big of a change, went in a different direction that he didn't like when he saw what he saw. He never said the game looked bad or anything like that. He just said that it was not for him. There's no problem with that.
I gotta question his integrity when even the hardest of the hardcore God of War guys are drooling at the mouth for this game.
Hey, listen.
That's what I carry my integrity. Look, okay, this is what.
The legend said, "Crap gamer still has his Spartan rage."
Okay, this is what's funny to me, right? So you question my integrity over something over my preference because you disagree with it. Answer the question, D.
You want me to call a spade, man? You are blind Xbox motherfucking fanboy. You are blind. You are blinded. Play games, my brother. Play games.
Hey, yo,
a good game is a good game, no matter what platform it's
on.
That's why I said September 7th.
Have you played God of War yet?
What?
Have you played God of War yet?
Yes, I played God of War.
No, I'm talking about have you played this new God of War yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so why are you trying to tell? So why are you talking about that I'm blind?
Hey, yo,
you know what? I know. Listen, I know what I like. When I see,
okay. So if I told you that if I told you you should not pick that game, I'm questioning your integrity for picking up God of War. How would you perceive me to how would that sound to you? How would that sound to you?
Hold on a second. When I have 81 professional reviewers reviewing this game. And overall, it's getting a 95, which is almost a perfect score. And a lot of other.
They went to review school?
Yeah.
You can't tell me that game is a shit game. I'm sorry.
I didn't say
that game is a shit game.
I did say the game was a shit game. I said the game is not for me.
It is
not what I want. This is not what I am. This is not.
Can I interject real quick?
Let me interject. Get over yourself. I'm not getting the game. I don't want it. It's not what I like for what I loved about the old God of War.
We got it. I got it. And Christ is your savior. Let me pay the bills. Shout out to Trey Wolf. He said for the $10. He said my man D is putting that line El Mega to shame with his line.
Yeah. That's definitely. I'm saying, look, there ain't nobody putting me to shame because I'm still not buying the goddamn game.
I'm saying you didn't. Z, please get some responsible people on your show. They say can't make the same nigga that be hating on Obamacare and voted for Trump. God. Wow. Wow. Nigga. But anyway, what you about to say, Chris?
Let me interject. Okay. So as I was listening to K Mega's case and our man D Batch's case, K Mega says that God of War is such a drastic change, and that's why he doesn't like it. Now, D is saying that he likes the change and he's read the reviews and he's questioning K Mega's integrity for not liking it. But isn't this the same thing that we have been going through now, where we're shitting on other people because they like something and then we're shitting on other people because they don't? Why can't everybody just have their own opinions without having to constantly tell everybody why they're
when you're being obviously biased?
How is he being
and you like another game that is similar enough, but a lesser version of it, but a more superior version of the game. You don't like it?
I'm sorry that you're blinded because of you listen to the rhetoric of what other people are saying. But just by me saying that I like Rise, right? That God of War looks Rise-ish. That doesn't mean that this God of War is, the button sequence is totally different.
I have a question for you.
God of War is doing
it does everything that Rise does like a zillion times better.
The game is came at, you know what I'm saying? Rise was
what are you talking about?
Listen, here's the thing.
I don't know. Production for 7 years.
All right, hold on. Gamers for Gamer.
Out of here, man. What's wrong with you?
What is wrong with the God of War experience? But here's the thing. While people may be looking at you with the cockeyed maker in the back of the truck,
that's fine.
They see you came out here and praised games like Recore, and things like that, and events. And
I said Voodoo Vince was cool. I bought it, but I didn't say that.
That's why
I didn't say all that. Come on now.
You would buy Voodoo Vince over God of War?
Oh my God!
What you say?
Over. Let's move forward.
All right.
What you mean? Let's move forward.
Yo, D, at the end of the day, you a graphic whore anyway, man. I don't think you even care about
that. Regardless,
Z is dissing Ashen. I'm actually looking forward to playing Ashen. It's not always about graphics.
Okay, but
I think that game's gonna have pretty good gameplay. It's not always about graphics.
It's gonna be a good game.
I'm sorry. If you're gonna support fucking Voodoo Vince and you're telling me you have zero interest in God of War, as a gamer, I'm like, okay.
They're totally different games, man. Maybe somebody prefers that over God of War.
Something that's going to be $60, $70 that I'm not going to like
who's a gamer who can't say because a PlayStation. That's a different story. But if they have a PlayStation, a game, I don't know any gamer that has a PlayStation that's going to say God of War is shit. It's not for me.
Hey,
they're like 0.005%.
Hold on. My man Gotti Game said, yo, D out here whooping L Mega like Kane did Chelsea bitch ass and mentioned
a lot of crying.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Mega. Fuck it. I was gonna say this for last. We might as well do it right now, right?
I'll do it right now.
Okay, Mega, is it anything that Microsoft can do? You may say, no, well, this is it. I've had enough. You know, Trump done sold me a motherfucking brick in the box. Phil didn't make Xbox great again. Is it anything that Microsoft can do to make you come join me over here on the pony side?
It's like I said, if this E3 does not produce the games that's for me, like I said, it's going to be people that's going to bust out and say, the Xbox, even if Xbox kills it, regardless, they're going to just go, the Xbox is shit, whatever. But for me, if they don't come with the games that I'm looking forward to, or you know what I'm saying, or some kind of surprise, then like I said, I won't be saying anything about wait till E3 again. I'll just say, look, Xbox is just folded the tent. I mean, that's it. I mean, look, if we don't get a proper RPG in there, if we don't see anything from a Fable or the rumors of the new Joanna Dark game, or if Phil and them hold back because of that theory that he said of, you know, we just don't want to have that same scale-bound shit. This is the time to let it rip. And Xbox, and if there's a game that gets in them, and no more cancellations. If there's another, like, okay, that was it right there. If there's a cancellation, let's say like Crackdown, right? Because you was over there trying to hint that Crackdown's gonna get it, but it's not.
No, I didn't say that.
But listen. If let's say they cancel Crackdown, that's when I'm done. That's what I can't take another cancellation. That's for me, because I mean, for a game that I am anticipating, a game that I'm excited for.
So if they cancel Voodoo Vince 2, you out of here.
I'll say this.
If they cancel Voodoo Vince 2, you out of there.
I'm out of Voodoo Vince.
Get out of here, man. I'll
say this. Not everybody has the same taste. I'll concede that. You know what? Some people like fucking Smirnoff, and some like Ciroc and Grey Goose. So you know, hey.
And I like Zima still, so come at me, internet.
Yo, Chris. Oh, you crazy for that, man.
Okay. All right. Hey, again, I'm gonna ask you about the same question. We wanted the same question. Is anything that Microsoft can do or going for or not do or hasn't produced or whatever the case may be? Oh my, are you fine the way things are now, Bot?
Yo, I don't think there's any doom and gloom. Like, I don't think the situation is as drastic as everybody's making it out to be, man.
So you were fine with 2017.
What?
You were fine with 2017.
Huh?
No,
you know what?
Yo, hold on. He asked me, D. All right, he asked me.
Hey, Bot, put him in his place, Bot. I'm sorry.
Yo, here's the deal, man. 2017. Every company has a drought year, or dare I say, a sparse year. All right, but when Xbox dudes going through the sparse year, all of a sudden ready to jump off the boat. Yo, I didn't see the ponies doing that a couple years back. Even when PlayStation themselves says, yo, it's a sparse year this year. I didn't see anybody hanging themselves in their closet or anything like that. So why the hell? Why the hell should I do that, yo?
Yeah, but Xbox, it's a little bit different. Yes, it is. I can agree with you there. It is a little bit of a sparse year here on the Xbox side. Let's be honest. Like, Sony's like kicking our teeth in. Like, we're on the ground.
Dude, I'm a gamer. Hold on. I'm a gamer. I ain't a cheerleader. Hold on.
That game looks like it's fucking CGI.
Dude, I'm sorry. I don't have your pom-poms in your skirt. I am not a cheerleader.
What's the part now, Bot? Hey, what the fuck going on? Let me pay the bills.
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen.
You're never gonna concede anything against the Xbox.
Oh, okay, Griffin.
I have multiple platforms. I can play it all.
I can play whatever.
You're not keeping it real. You're not keeping it real.
Okay, I
don't even know.
Let me just say this declaration for the real fucking gamers that are listening right now. Xbox needs to get this.
Oh, and by real gamers, he means people that agree with him.
That's right. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, man. You sound real
working on for quite some time. And I think they're going to reveal them at this E3. I think we're really going to see it. But up to now, we are getting our face stomped in, and Sony is giving us gamers much
can I
better content.
They are. Your question real quick.
But before you answer the question, I want to pay the bills. So I want to surprise me. I'll start again to Griffin Gaming. Also, guys, check out his channel. Wonderful goddamn channel. El Mega would never admit he was disappointed. And this is the same dude that's saying that God of War doesn't interest him, but hyped up the Darwin Project and Marlon Briggs.
I didn't hype up anything. I just
that Briggs game is fire, yo. That Briggs game is fire.
Damn, how did I hype up the Darwin? That was a question that was asked, and I brought up that game. I didn't hype the game. I haven't even played that game. What are you talking about?
Yo, check this out. Z, check this out. What I think needs to happen at this E3. This is what I think. I think Phil made a major mistake when he didn't tease the consumer base about the future of Xbox. When he was like, we're only showing stuff within this first year or whatnot. I think that was a mistake. So at this E3, he's got to put out there, he's got to tease the consumer. He's got to do that little strip tease. You know, there's something past 2019, 2020. He's got to show a little bit of what's, the future is.
Okay.
To have an entire show, man. And once they do that, I don't look at everything as negative as people are saying out there, man.
Hey, and you guys can go ahead and enjoy punching that dragon in the roof of his mouth. That's good.
What I was asking you, so what I'm saying is that you're basically what you were saying, and I don't want to put any words in your mouth here, okay?
No doubt.
You were cool with everything that we received as far as exclusive wise in 2017.
No, absolutely not.
I'm talking about
2017, like I said, 2017 was a bad year, man.
So you are admitting it was a bad. Okay, all right.
It was a bad year, yo. It wasn't. It didn't start. It didn't start really gaining traction. They got PUBG towards the end of the year, pushing over into this year. I like the games that have been announced so far this year. And what I feel they have to do is at E3, they have to show people that there is a future on the platform, and not just show games coming out within that year. That's all
with that being said, is there something they can do that would have you just turn your back on the, whatever, or just not turn your back on it. Not saying you may always be a multi-platform console owner, but maybe make the PlayStation your primary place of gaming, such as myself.
If they kill the franchises that I love, if they kill my Halo, if they kill my Forza, you know what I'm saying? Like then I'd be so pissed off that I don't know what I would do with my X, man. I might throw it out the window. But until they do something like that, and if they become like completely anti-consumer and anti-gamer, they just do a bunch of things that go against, the gamer out there, then yeah, like I'm not gonna play on that system, man. Okay. But as for right now, they have the superior online to play multiplayer. They have the titles that I love in terms of exclusives. This is where I prefer to play on, and I have the PS4 as well, man.
Okay, no problem. I'll shout out to Brian Baker. He said, I only listen to D when it comes to TV because I'm the beast as Nintendo with Rising, according to him, but his TV stuff is point on. And if you had another one from my man Emerald 14, he said, Xbox, you said you were not supposed to look under the water and see it thieves.
So I mean, look, the thing of it is that
you saw that screenshot, man.
Yeah,
looking under there, anyways.
Hold up, and also, I didn't see him. Sorry, I didn't shout out the Predator. He said Xbox said Phil needs to put the tip in. Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus Christ!
Fuck you, man.
Yeah. So anyway, regardless, I agree with everything that Bot said. Like it's more about customer service, things like that. But yeah, if another cancellation on a game,
no matter what it is. Okay, all right.
No, for a game that I'm really hyped for. Like if they decided that they wanted to cancel shit, I don't know, some indie game, I'm not gonna trip out on that. You know what I'm saying? But if it's the games that I'm really anticipated for, or if they do something. Now I did say this, if I didn't add at this point, if they do something to Locke, because some of these bitchy ass Xbox fans that don't like Locke because of his colored persuasion, then it's going to be a fucking problem with me in 343. Real
okay. I see. So you said the black
Locke has nothing to do with him being fucking black. He was just a boring, shitty fucking character. They gave us the wrong premise of that game, and when that game came out, it was nothing what they sold us on it being. Come on, man.
I hold on. Shout out to Trey Wolf. He said at least the dragon has a mouth, the kraken has nothing. Now, come on, Trey.
Ooh.
Come on.
You know what?
Hold on.
You know what? At least you can. Well, go ahead, man.
I was gonna say while we're talking about Dragon Z, can we agree on something here?
Yes.
Because I hear a lot of people throwing that name Scalebound out there, right? Even the hardcore ponies from the stables, right? They're using this as a narrative. They didn't even like the fucking game. Like when they were showing gameplay, there were people out there who were into this game. I was into this game. I know Mega. I think D might have been into this game.
I wanted Scalebound, yeah.
All right. I was disappointed. I was disappointed when they canceled that. Yo, I was pissed off. But to keep on going right now, the ponies are using this as a narrative constantly. They're throwing Scalebound back in everybody's face. That was one cancellation that I was disappointed in. But I am not going to live in that for years to come either, man.
Right. I mean, it's done. It's over with. There's nothing can be done. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, hopefully, they'll bring it back, another version of Scalebound.
So what you're saying, Bot, is that what Xbox guys still talking about being disappointed about Scalebound is giving the ponies ammunition?
It's just automatic. It's something that everybody just seems to fall back on constantly.
For diehard PlayStation fans.
This is my opinion on the situation. Listen, I love Halo. I love Gears of War. I fucking love Forza. But you know what? We need a lot more than just those titles. We're kind of burnt out. Those titles are cool, and I'm sure they're going to produce on those ones. But we're kind of burnt out of that shit. We want some new shit. We want some new single player experiences. We want some
that's what you got your PlayStation for,
new
right?
gaming experiences, and we want some better graphic fidelity out of these games, especially on the Xbox One X. Now, Phil came out this week in his tweet saying basically that he heard us and that they're going to produce. It takes a little bit of time. So now I just need them to show me the proof. I need them to show me that they're listening to the consumer, that they're listening to their base, to the hardcores, and produce what we need to see at E3. It doesn't matter if it's 2 years out, because you know what? If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Sony does that shit. Their fans are fine with it. So you know what? Take a page from their playbook and do the same shit. We need to see some new stuff. The only thing I'm really looking forward to this year, to be honest with you, is State of Decay and Forza Horizon.
Me too.
I'm a little bit skeptical on
Crackdown.
On Crackdown, just because, honestly, tell you, I know I'm probably gonna get some hate on this. I think the online portion of the game with the the whole world being destructible. I think that's probably going to be fantastic, and I think they might even up the graphics a little bit on that mode. But the gameplay, the game itself, honestly, tell you, it doesn't look that different from the previous Crackdowns. It looks a little bit better, but it's not like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? It really isn't. And we don't need mediocre shit right now. We need some oh my god shit. And you know what? That God of War, that Days Gone, that fucking Spider-Man, that fucking Detroit, it's got all the gamers saying, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? And as an Xbox guy,
you can't put Detroit in there, man.
And you to be okay with fucking Sea of Thieves, where it's just motherfucking fetch quests. You know what? I like the game. I'm not gonna say the game is horrible, but the game is good for like an hour and a half, and I'm good. I don't need to play it for a while. Like, come on.
All right, hold on. Gamer for Gamers. He said Fable is a console seller, so is God of War. But okay.
Splinter Cell. Bring us back some Crimson Skies.
They will, but it'll be
Crimson Skies.
Yeah, Crimson Skies. If you were a gamer, you would know what that is.
I know what
that was huge. That was huge on Xbox Live back in the day.
Back in the OG Xbox. But the fact that it was that Crimson Skies, I don't think would sell that well.
Why would it not sell? How many how many fighter flying games do we have in the market, bro?
There's a reason why that market is kind of died out.
So when Ace Combat comes out, it sells like fucking hotcakes. What are you talking about?
Okay, we'll see.
All right,
Crimson Skies. If they redid that, I'm not talking a remaster. If they gave us a new version of that game with the same type of feeling that we got from the original game, with awesome graphics, you telling me people wouldn't buy that shit? That are fatigued over the similar games that we get? Come on, man.
All right.
Okay. A lot of damn crying tonight, man. I didn't know.
It's not crying.
I didn't know D was Keith
and I'm gonna
son.
keep. No, I love my platform, and I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm gonna tell the guys that are in charge. Listen,
you want to keep it real? You're trying to say that you saying my integrity would be questioned about my choice about something. I'm not gonna be a complacent
guy that says, "Oh, it's okay," because then you know what? They're just gonna keep giving you mediocre shit.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
I know that.
All right. Well,
I play Viva Pinata.
Everybody get the hell up out of here. Anything else want to say?
You could have said Otagi, anything else.
Hey, Overcooked is a wonderful game.
Yo, hell yeah. Yo, Chris, I'll play that with you sometime, man.
Hell yeah.
All I'm gonna say is Xbox Civil War coming to a podcast near you.
All right, man. You both all you guys brought up some valid points.
Yeah, I think people need to hit that like button though, for real, man.
If you guys enjoyed the show today, about 40 people here watching this live, I appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the show, if you think that Xbox and K-Maker took their damage control to the next level, hit the like button.
And man, you ain't seen cool.
You ain't seen the next level, yeah.
Hit that like button, man. All right, man. My man White King Kong said, "Where's my mod status?" You gotta drop $2 in the chat, fuck nigga. But yeah, it was a great show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Maggie, you want to say anything before you go?
Man, as always, man. Glad to be here on BGST. Keep it gaming. You know what I'm saying? I'll go ahead and play me a little bit of this Hellblade, and then might jump on and do some streaming with some Sea of Thieves.
Fuck nigga. He double down.
I get level 50 across the board, man.
Right,
for the win.
All right, about Chris Steele, anything with you? Anything before you go? Parting words?
DoublePeakPodcast.com, Double Penetration Podcast on every podcast platform you could think of, including the wonderful Spotify, and Mr. Chris Steele on Twitter.
All right. Xbot, any parting words from you?
Some shameless self-promotion right quick. Go ahead to Xbot448 on YouTube and go ahead and sub to my channel. I have a show called The Next Podcast every Saturday, 7 p.m. Me, my brother K Mega, and a cool ass bunch of panelists over there. So definitely check that out. And as usual, man, I love being a part of this BGST fam. Tonight's show, yo, it was a lot of fun. And D, maybe you can hand over them pom-poms sometimes. Maybe I could get a couple of years in.
Can we end the show? Can we end the show? Jesus, man. Shout out.
Big shout out to Intro Media Gaming and to the GRG podcast, man.
All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, also too, all the shows that I do here on this dog shit platform of mine, they're on iTunes. Which I think Android is called Stitcher and SoundCloud. If you guys give you guys a rating on iTunes, I appreciate it. Here's the link there. Wait, I got too many goddamn. Wait, hold on.
Where's my shout out? What the hell?
Oh yeah, you get your shout out on.
Yeah, someone was earlier saying that I'm on point with my TV stuff, so I just want to let you guys know that in my store I only got one, so I don't have one to take home, but I did get some hands-on with the KS, the new, not the KS, I'm sorry, the new Q9. So I'll be doing my first impression.
How much is Q9?
Sorry?
How much is the Q9?
The Q9 in Canada, it's like I'm gonna say it's about 4 G's in the States.
More than OLED?
No. The Q9 is not an OLED. That's
I know. So I'm asking you, is it more than? Why is it more than an OLED?
Yeah, it's a little bit. I think they're because of the gaming features that it has, because it has variable refresh rate, has free sync, does 1440p 120 hertz, of course 4K 60 hertz free sync, and the HDR, and that's like 2000 nits, which is like more than 2 times as bright as an OLED. So I think they're banking on that. And the initial, well, I'll save it for the video, but. Samsung looks to have hit it out the park this year.
All right. With these days, I want to ask you a question before we go. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, thank you guys for rocking out with the show today. I'll be back tomorrow with some more propaganda and some more Alex Jones type fake news. But I'm going to spin it in this whole narrative in my way, and I'm going to throw Bot and Mega under the bus. Fuck niggas. But thank you for rocking out tonight. We appreciate it. On you live, hit the like button. We out here.
Motherfucking Ace Combat. It's been out this long. It ain't even got over. It's just now got 10 million copies sold. Get the fuck out of here with your logic.
Oh shit. But yeah, we out here.
These numbers